Hey, my dear fishing friends, welcome back to the channel. Your old buddy is here, ready to dive deep into the most exciting topic, our fishing forecast. Today we're talking about a very special day, the 9th of October 2025, in our beautiful New Zealand. This day, my friends, is more than just another Thursday. It's the official start of the fishing season for many waters, especially for our beloved trout. Get ready, because I'm going to share some insider tips that will make this day an unforgettable one based on the latest data. We'll uncover why this particular day promises some truly exciting opportunities for anglers across the country. Let's talk about our finned friends and the best tactics for the 9th of October. First up, our champions of the freshwater: brown trout and rainbow trout. Where to search? It's spring and the water is warming up, making trout incredibly active and less wary after the closed season. Look for them in the shallows, along the edges of weed beds and near submerged structures where they'll be searching for food. Tributaries might still hold some late-spawning rainbows, while resident browns are becoming very active. Keep an eye on river stretches with a bit of color from recent snowmelt or rain. These can be hotspots as fish feel safer under slightly murky conditions. What to use? This is prime time for key spin fishing, in rivers that might still be a bit high or colored. For the fly fishing enthusiasts, don't shy away from weighted nymphs in mountain streams. They're working wonders. For those enjoying dry fly fishing, especially as the day warms, larger fly sizes can be very effective as trout try to put on weight after winter. Next, let's head to the saltwater for our aggressive pink snapper. Where to search? The season for pink snapper kicks off in October, and they bite actively in the early morning. They'll be found around reefs, deeper drop-offs and rocky structures along the coast. In areas like Tauranga, which is known for snapper, you'll find them feeding in the early hours. What to use? A well-presented soft plastic lure or a fresh pilchard bait on a running sinker rig will be your best bet. Snapper are opportunistic feeders, so don't be afraid to experiment with different colors and retrieval speeds. And for those seeking a real fight, the mighty kingfish. Where to search? Kingfish are active throughout spring. Target them around offshore islands, pinnacles, and prominent headlands where current lines converge. Look for baitfish schools. Where the bait is, the kingfish won't be far behind. What to use? Live bait, like a kahawai or mackerel, is hard to beat for kingfish. If you're into artificials, large stick baits and poppers cast into a feeding frenzy, or heavy jigs dropped to the bottom can provoke explosive strikes. Now for the nitty-gritty, the theoretical base that underpins our forecast: the weather. For Thursday, the 9th of October, in the North Island, particularly around Auckland, we're looking at a fine day with temperatures reaching around 19 degrees Celsius. This is generally consistent with the spring weather we expect in October, with average temperatures ranging from 15 to 20 degrees Celsius in the North Island. We can expect northerly winds to develop, which usually means stable, clear conditions. While some general forecasts mention a possibility of patchy rain or light precipitation for this date, the Auckland-specific forecast suggests mostly fine weather. Atmospheric pressure should be relatively stable, which is always a good sign for fishing. These warming, stable conditions are exactly what gets fish, especially trout, moving and feeding actively. Third, water temperature. In October, the seawater temperature around New Zealand is generally still quite cool, ranging from 11 to 16 degrees Celsius. For instance, in Auckland, the average sea temperature in October is around 15.6 degrees Celsius. However, inland waters, like our lakes and rivers, are gradually warming up, which is crucial for increasing fish metabolism and activity. This gradual warming encourages trout to move into shallower areas to feed. Moon phase. On the 9th of October 2025, we will be experiencing a waning gibbous moon with an illumination of about 91 to 93%. This phase occurs 2 days after the full moon. In fishing lore, a waning gibbous moon is often associated with reasonable to good fishing, especially during the darker periods of the early morning or late evening. as the bright moonlight can encourage nocturnal feeding. Overall fish activity. We are squarely in spring, the start of the fishing season for many areas. Fish are emerging from their winter dormancy and actively seeking food to replenish their energy reserves after spawning. Trout will be particularly active and less wary. Saltwater species like pink snapper and kingfish are also becoming more available and aggressive as water temperatures slowly climb. Considering all these factors, the warming spring weather, stable pressure, gradually increasing water temperatures, and the post-spawning feeding frenzy, I'd give the fishing prospects for the 9th of October 2025 a good to excellent rating. The developing northerly winds should keep conditions pleasant, and the fish, especially trout, will be hungry and ready to bite. Well, my friends, that wraps up our forecast for the 9th of October. I truly hope this helps you plan an epic fishing adventure. Remember, every day on the water is a good day, but some days are just a little bit better. So get out there, enjoy nature, and catch some memories. May your lines be tight and your coolers full. Nil desperandum, or as we say, tight lines. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast useful, subscribe for more epic fishing content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a bite. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to spring baits or lures in New Zealand, or maybe what's your most memorable catch in October? Share your stories. I love hearing them. Tight lines, everyone.